This tutorial shows you how to request group-wise descriptive statistics for one or multiple variables in SPSS. If you want to use layers, skip to the second part of this video using the timestamps. Basic group-wise descriptive statistics can be requested through Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Explore. Put the variables you need descriptive statistics for into the dependent list box. The grouping variable goes into the factor list box. If you put more than one grouping variable into the factor list box, you will get descriptive statistics for each grouping variable and its values. Again, layers are not being used here. Click on the Statistics button and you can furthermore select M estimators, which are robust alternatives to the sample mean and median for estimating the location. Usually not needed, but in case you do, they are here. A helpful option here is outliers. This will show the 5 largest and 5 lowest extreme values with the case number and value. Percentiles should speak for themselves. This shows the values below which a given percentage falls. 5, 10, 25, 50, 75, 90 and 95 are calculated. Box plots can be very helpful and can be requested under the Plots button. They are grouped as well. You can get box plots for different variables in the same diagram by clicking on Dependents Together. This would only be helpful if you have repeated measurements or comparable variables. I have already created some videos on box plots for repeated measures and groups you can find in the description of this video. For my two variables, height and weight, a single diagram would not be helpful. Rather, a single diagram for weight and also height divided by gender would be beneficial. Stem and leaf plots are expendable these days. If you furthermore want QQ plots to check for normality, you can check normality plots with tests. Lastly, if you need bootstrap confidence intervals, you can request them under the bootstrap button. If you want to change the default listwise exclusion to pairwise, you can do so under options. Once you have checked all desired boxes, click OK to get the output. Tests for normality can and should be ignored, as I stated in many normality test videos. Rather, look at histograms or even better, QQ plots. In order to use layers, you want to go through Analyze, Compare Means and Proportions, Means. The variable I want descriptive statistics for is income and IQ now. They go into the dependent list box, and the grouping variable goes into independent list box. For instance, gender. You can see that we are at layer 1 of 1. In my example, I will use gender as the first layer, then click Next, and add another grouping variable as the second layer, degree. Under options, all available parameters are shown and can be moved to the right if needed. It is worth mentioning that harmonic mean and geometric mean can only be obtained through this dialog. Once again, bootstrapping is available to get confidence intervals for a certain number of parameters. Your output will now be structured in such a way that you will have the layers shown in the first columns. I have the requested parameters for the income and IQ variables, divided for male and female, and within it, divided for all 3 degrees.